Do you have a follow-up question, caller?
If I can ask another one.
Please do, yeah.
Okay. I would like to know his position on our wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. Does he support the war that the Obama administration is conducting? Does he support a withdrawal? So I'd like to know his position on that.
Sure. I'm somebody...
And the question was, I'll just repeat it, your position on the wars that the current administration is conducting in Afghanistan and Iraq.
This is an important question, and it's a little bit of a tough question. First I do have to say that I oppose nation building. I'm a tradition. What the Republican Party used to traditionally be. The old joke was that Republicans want a large military and they don't want to send it anywhere. Democrats want a tiny military and they want to send it everywhere. That's the way it used to go. And Republicans used to be, and I hold this view still. Look, we need a strong military. We need advanced military to protect ourselves, to ward off threats, to be ready should we ever be attacked. And I agree with that. Some defense spending is necessary, and we're the most powerful country in the world economically, which is going to make us a target, and we have to have the best military in the world. But I'm not for nation building, and I think most of the time these wars or military actions we get ourselves involved in end up causing more problems than they solve. As far as the war in Iraq, I'm for immediate withdrawal. As soon as we can get out of there, the better. They have a democratically elected government at this point, and I think we should turn over the control of the country to that government. As far as Afghanistan goes, so it's still a little more unstable. I'd like to get it there as soon as possible too. But I do sympathize with the argument that we're there right now. We should try to finish the job in eradicating Al-Qaeda and hopefully capturing or killing Osama bin Laden, which I think that's something we should pursue.
Okay. Well, thank you, Dino, and thank you, caller. That was a caller from Long Island City, which is part of the Congressional District.
It is.
The 14th Congressional District.
It is. And those are fantastic questions because I feel like the Republican Party, we have to, you mentioned this, you alluded to this at the beginning of the program, we have a lot to overcome in New York City especially. And I think here's the issue, is that most people, not everyone, but I think most people trend towards some sort of moderate libertarian view in the city. They want minimal government interference in business because that's New York City with economic capital. They also want reduced interference in their personal lives, and there's not usually a good choice, to be quite honest, in my opinion. On the national level, you have the Democratic Party, which, they're for certain personal liberties, which I agree with. But on the economic level, they're also for more restrictions, for more taxation. And then on the national level, for the Republican Party, they're all pro free market, which is great, and they talk about a small government and protecting individual freedom. But then on a couple of issues, for example, gay rights, which is an issue that I care about quite a lot, they're in my opinion horrendous. If we're going to win in New York City, it needs to be made clear that the Republican Party in New York City is not the Republican Party nationally. And we really tend to believe, as the Republicans in New York City, and I'll speak for myself and most of the Republicans I know here, we believe in small government across the board. And when, we're not neocons. We believe we're much more libertarian in our philosophy. We believe in free market policies. We believe in gay rights. We believe in limited use of the military. So I think, these are the views probably of most of the people in my district. They just have to be comfortable enough to jump over that line and say, because right now, most people do it, they go straight down the line and say, okay, D, because they don't know they don't know anything about a lot of the candidates. And I think if we could get the message out there that, look, we share a lot of the same values. This is, I think they'll be willing to come over.